Yo, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of OTR Radio. I am your host, D-Lo. Next to me is your other favorite host of all time. Introduce yourself to my friend.
What is good? It's your boy, Denali.
And today we have, obviously, first things first, we are not in our beloved LA studio. We are not at Pirate today, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing something on the road today for the first time, very, very first time. And we're super, super excited to do this today. And we have special guests to do it with. Today, we are talking to one of the most upcoming DJs out of Arizona at the moment. She has been making a name for herself all throughout the city. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Posh one time.
Yeah.
Posh. Thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
How are you today?
I'm great. I'm even better now that I'm with y'all. Come on, I missed you guys.
Oh, yeah.
How have you been?
Yeah, it's definitely good to meet you for the first time.
Yeah, seriously. I know.
Arizona's own fire starter, right?
Hey, I maybe it's the red hair. I don't know.
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, you got a little fieriness to you.
For sure. Such a pleasure. I know we've connected on Instagram, I think, but it's nice to meet you formally and stuff. So
in the flesh.
For sure.
So you're repping Tempe, Phoenix, taking hot girl house music nationwide.
Yeah, Scottsdale. You know, I'm a resident out in Old Town too, so it's fun. You know.
Well, we wanted to bring you on here because I think you're definitely on the rise. I think you're someone that, again, has been making a scene for yourself and making a name for yourself. It's kind of stamping your name in your own way. And I really appreciate that, and I can admire that. And so that's why I wanted to talk to you. I came out here for a show, but I figured with some extra time on my hands, I wanted to reach out and do an interview, especially since we are now mobile with our equipment. I definitely wanted to talk to you. So thank you for that. I guess right now what I want to do is just kind of run it back a little bit. Just kind of give us a background about you, if you can, to everybody listening. I know we met a year ago, right? I think.
Give or take, yeah.
Almost
I know.
Ago,
again, like we were on Instagram. I know we had a lot of mutuals, like my girl Anaya out in Vegas. You know, so I know we were kind of connected through different scenes, like Phoenix, Vegas, LA. But yeah, like I know, like we met in person about a year ago, and I was like, I just want to smoke a cigarette with him. Like he's the fucking coolest. I love him.
That's so funny.
Literally, I was like, he's so iconic. And then I found out you were a Leo. I'm like, yeah, checks out. All the baddies are Leos. I was raised by a Leo, so I'm like, all the baddies are Leos. Literally.
No, yeah, I remember that conversation. That was literally one of the first things you said. Like, I need to smoke a cigarette with you. I didn't understand why at the moment. Either.
I don't even smoke cigarettes, but I'm like, I'm gonna have a cigarette with this man.
This guy's style, man. Look at him.
Literally.
Yeah, everyone that has come up to me, like randomly, has told me, like, bro, like, can we smoke a cigarette sometime? Like, I feel like with you kind of just.
You're like the Godfather, bro. I feel like I'm like, do I kiss the ring? Like, damn, like
standing outside the brick building with one foot kicked back, just fucking chiefing.
With that, and then I remember too because oh my god, my homies, I was out with them and they found a pair of what was it like? Oh, I think they were like Fendi, like I call them my Miami Vice like sunglasses, and we were like when I pulled up to LA to play with y'all, I had those on me, and then like we ended up accidentally twinning, and I was like, oh yeah, this is iconic. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, tell us about just like when did like dance music become a thing for you in your life? Has music always been like something you cared about? Like, is it in your family a lot? Like, give us a little bit of background.
It's kind of funny. So I would say like music. Kind of in my family, like on my mom's side, but my grandmother on my dad's side, she played piano, you know, for church, and like she was a professional artist as well, so she would paint murals and like just she was very creative. And then she was also like a nurse and in medical as well, so a lot of my family is like more so medical. But growing up, like I was always creative. Like I never wanted to go that route. So, you know, she started like when I was like 5, like putting like stickers on like piano keys and teaching me like, you know, like a sticker order, like stuff like that. Yeah. And then as I got older, obviously like recorder, I played flute. Alto sax was like my favorite instrument I played. And then I like later down the line, my mom kind of forced me to do piano, which I like resented it, but now I'm kind of like mad that I didn't keep up with it because now I'm like relearning music theory with production you know, shout out to Bro, shout out to Anada, like, you know, they've been like definitely like mentoring me and teaching me production, and like, you know, it's just really cool to see everyone's different style with it, and I'm so new to it, and I'm just like, I'm a sponge with it. But I also used to do like voice lessons, like theater. I was in church choir. I sang for the Pope one time randomly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I've always been in
yeah.
music. I know we were talking about how you do photography. I was on Warped Tour actually. I was like blessed to kind of take like a photojournalism route and like tour when I was like 16, 17. I did photography for like Lana Del Rey, like back when like Kali Uchis was like opening for her, and it's kind of crazy to see the trajectory of even like her career since then. So it's just I've always been in music. I always knew I was like meant to be in music. As far as like becoming a DJ, I wanted to be a West Coast hip hop DJ actually before I was a house DJ, funny enough. So I honestly hated EDM for the longest time because I just thought it was like hardcore bass. Like I was like, bro, that shit's like, that would give me a headache. Obviously it's like, I came from like the hardcore scene. I liked like like hip hop. Like, so I was not like, yo, like, thinking like, I was like, why the fuck would I listen to EDM? And then I was like, whatever. Anyway, fast forward, had the worst year of my life, not to like trauma dump, but went through the worst breakup. And
What year is this? I'm sorry. I don't
This is 2023. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. I just kind of want to like kind of go through the progression, right?
For sure.
Like,
So
music through high school, we know that. You're doing voice lessons. What year is that when you're graduating?
When I was doing voice lessons, it was kind of throughout like middle and early high school. I was like in theater a lot too. So I did the production side, but I also was actually on stage as well doing theater.
Okay.
And then I was in like school choir, church choir, all of that.
And that was...
And then I ended up going to like, that was like early high school.
But what year? I'm sorry.
Like 2015.
I'm just trying to put a timeline together.
No, you're good. Like 2015, because I went to Rome and sang for the Pope. Randomly.
That's wild.
That's
super.
How
is that? Like,
you know,
that you just get a call one day and like, hey, can you want to come out here and do this, or like what happens?
So it was funny because growing up, like, you know, my mom, like, again, like, I really just kind of be doing shit for the plot. Like, I really like, you know. So I like joined church choir because they were like, oh, we're going to take a trip to Italy. I said, why the fuck wouldn't I want to go to Italy? Let's do it. And so we all go as like a group, whatever. It was really cool. It was a great experience. Like, I'm not even like hating on it. But I was like, I was still such a rebel. So it's like the night before, like, you know, because the legal drinking age out there is like 16. So I was like 15. They weren't like, they weren't gonna ID me, so I was like out partying the night before. So there's like a photo of me out there somewhere in like full like choir gown, like down back, like, because you know we had to get up at like 4 a.m. It was like New Year's Day mass or some crazy shit. Yeah, literally it was freezing out, and you're in Vatican City. It's like 30 fucking degrees. I'm like shivering, and I'm in a damn like choir robe. Anyway, I get inside there, and me and my friends like we're like there was like 3 of us. There's just a photo of me out there like somewhere like knocked out, like just I fell asleep. Like there's definitely I gotta repent or do something for that one, but there's definitely like a photo of me out there like just knocked out like in the Vatican. Like during like service with the Pope.
That's just an insane journey in itself. Moving from there though, 2016. Now you are.
So 2016 was my first year on Warped Tour.
And
so
how did you get into that? Like,
so I think I started photography when I was like 13 or 14, so like 2014ish.
Okay.
Give or take 2015, and then it was really random. So someone told me, oh, you should go check out, I know you guys aren't from here, but Alice Cooper has like a teen center out here where basically it's really cool. Like he gives like kids like just different creative opportunities to pursue music and could just keep like, you know, like kids like out of bad shit, which is great. And my mom was very like conservative, kind of like I started liking My Chemical Romance and she thought I was the devil, basically. And it's funny because I went from listening to like Kesha to like that, and that's what she had a problem with. And I'm not talking shit to my mom. I love my mom. But where my dad was like, okay, cool, like hell yeah, because my dad raised me on like Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Green Day, like all the classic rock. No, literally, I'm surprising him with like Sphere tickets to Metallica.
That's
so I'm excited.
Awesome.
So yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. So we sorry, I'm like, I have a squirrel. Warped Tour, yes.
Yeah, so you get an opportunity through there.
Yeah, I like randomly meet a girl and I'm like, I want to do photography on festivals. I want to tour. I was like, I want to be doing that shit. I want to like live all that crazy like life, like everything.
memories, right?
Literally. And it's like
sick.
now that I'm older, I'm like, oh my God, like I look at like some of that, like, you know, all the like controversies and shit around there, but that's nor here nor there. But, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm like, I want to tour, I want to do all this. And my mom was so like, oh my God, no. But I've been going to Warped Tour since I was like probably like 12 or 13 at this point. Like my dad would take me.
What's the difference?
Yeah,
I'm going for free, and I'm like,
exactly. And I like got to interview bands. Like I got to do photography for them. It was an amazing experience. And I was actually like going to school like for business and journalism at one point too.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's like, it was kind of like before I even got to college, like taking that route.
Okay.
But so that was like 2015, 2016, around there, give or take. And then I did the last year of Warped Tour, which I think was 2018.
Yeah, I was gonna say
2018. It ended in
you
2018.
started like right before it ended, right?
Yeah. So my dad was like taking me, you know, like every year, and then he was like, "Just go do your thing, have fun. I'll see you at the end of the day," basically,
Yeah.
you know, because like he wanted to go see certain bands. I wanted to go see certain bands, you know, like
he probably enjoyed that.
it's
being able
so,
to go
dude, my
solo,
dad
but,
is like cooler than me. Like that's like like I always say, it's like that's like my evil twin. Like our birthdays are 4 days apart. He literally was smoking a joint with like Ice 9 Kills in their van while I was like
That's wild.
crowd surfing inside, like randomly. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got you a signed CD, by the way." I'm like, "Girl, what? Like what?"
When? Yeah.
Yeah, like it just randomly,
Yeah.
you know, and he just be doing his little thing. And I'm just like, that's twin for sure. But yeah, so that's kind of how it started. Like and then I think in like probably the span of like 2-3 years, I was going to like, because that's when concert tickets were like $20-$30. So I was going to every single fucking show at like the Nile, like, you know, wherever. So I was like, I probably saw over 500 shows within like a span of like 2-3 years.
So the Warped Tour ends. Immediately after that, are you getting into like the hip hop scene, or how do we get there?
Oh God. Okay. So I'm gonna give some lore that has nothing to do with.
Let's hear it.
Okay. I'm like, if you guys want the life story. So I moved to Texas when I'm like, so I have I get into ASU. I wanted to like take a year off, and my mom's like, no. Like I graduated high school early, like got a full academic scholarship. Like I was a fucking nerd, but I hated school. I was good at it. I just hated it.
I'm sorry. Are you born and raised from here? Phoenix?
Yes. Scottsdale. Yeah.
Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get like a full academic scholarship, you know, all this different stuff. And I'm like, I hate this shit. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Like, and it's like, for me, I'm like, you can get money back, you can't get time back. So I'm like, I don't want to do this. Basically drop out, you know, tell my parents like, sorry. Yeah. I moved to Texas. I lived a crazy little life out there between Houston and Austin. I like managed and bartended at like strip clubs.
Okay.
You know, kind of got out of like the music scene, but it's funny because my GM of the club that I worked at, he's actually a really big producer. He manages that Mexican OT actually, and like a bunch of other artists. He's from Queens. So he's actually like, he's still like one of my really good friends. Nice. So, you know,
good connection.
Yeah, I know he's great. Like I still have a lot of friends out in Texas. Moved back though because of COVID. So that was like 2020. I moved out there January 2020, came back like end of 2020, beginning of 2021. Kind of just did my thing for a bit, got into like a horrible toxic relationship by the time I got back. That kind of like took some time to recover from. And then 2023, this is kind of like where shit starts with like the DJing.
Gotcha.
Basically, I go through like the worst breakup, you know, like got super fucked over, like whatever. That's again not even. It is relevant, but it's not relevant.
Yeah, it's definitely some character building.
Yeah,
for sure. And then less than
pull the sword out of the fire.
Literally, and less than 2 months later, my best friend dies 3 days before my birthday.
God, no.
And she was like the love of my life. Like we were like together. Like she was like the love of my life. And I was like, fuck. So that just like devastated me. Like 3 days before my birthday, I'm like, damn girl, you couldn't have like like really? Like that's insane. Like, you know, God's just funny like that. But, you know, I was like, fuck it. Like, and then I got laid off of like 2 jobs that year. Like my car got repoed at one point. I had to like go get that fixed because like my ex just fucked me financially.
Life was against you.
Again, it was like it was like one thing after the other. And at the end of the year, my homegirl was like, "Do you want to go to Decadence with me?" And I was like, "Fuck it." You know, honestly, I don't even fucking like. I don't. What do I have? Literally, I was like, "What else?" Fuck it. I might as well start raving. I got so traumatized this year. I might as well just start raving. And it's like,
that's the best choice.
I literally was like, all right, like we're gonna see what it is. Absolutely fell in love with it. I think the first set that like really, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, I'll probably get like flamed for this, but like I was a big like Loud Luxury fan coming out of that.
Yeah.
I still love Loud Luxury. I'm not even gonna lie, I love them. I've been to Vegas last year just to see them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I still fuck with their shit, you know. And then Chris Lake too. Okay. So those two sets like at Decadence, 2023 going into 2024, changed my perspective on it, and I started going to like a couple shows here and there, like the Maya pool parties. Like I saw Dead Mouse at like Maya pool, you know, like different things like that. But this DJ thing just kept coming up. Like it kept coming up. Like even though I was like, oh, I want to be a hip hop DJ. So this is like April.
And is this like friends that are like suggesting this? Or?
No, I've just always been curious about it. Like I just obviously listen to a lot of different types of music, and I'm in my car, I'm like, oh, that would be sick to mix with this.
Thought in your head.
This has been a recurring thought like in the back of my head for years. Even before I started doing this, like just like musically, I would just listen to shit and be like, oh, that would sound cool if I did this or did that. And then I remember it was a Tuesday night. I was at Bottle Blonde. I was drunk as hell. I was in slides and like a bodysuit. I looked crazy. It was like beginning of May, I think. So it was like when summer was first starting. It was getting hot out here. So we were swimming all day. So, you know, you look kind of crazy after like a pool day. Yeah. And we all were like, let's go to the club. Fuck it. You know, like Bottle Blonde's open on a Tuesday. And I'm so lit. I like point to the DJ booth and I'm like, let me come up there. And he's like, all right. And I go up there, and this is how I met my mentor, one of my mentors. And I'm like, hey, like, you know, I like introduce myself, we introduce ourselves, and his name's Jesse Cerna. He's one of our residents in Old Town. Shout out Jesse, that's my dog, dude. Literally, I love him. He actually just dropped his first single too, so it's like a whole like
what's it called?
It's called Blue Boy, but it's like a whole Blue Boy.
Listen to that.
Yeah, it's like a Blue Boy challenge. It's like a drink in Old Town, so it's cool. Like he did a whole launch party on the rooftop of Bottle Blonde. So shout out my dog, dude. I love Jesse, but I literally was like, I want to be a DJ. He's like, hell yeah, you should. And I'm like, yeah. And then like 2 weeks later, I see him again. And then I'm like, Jesse, how much do I have to pay you to teach me how to be a fucking DJ? And he's like, throw me this amount. I said, okay, bet. I Apple Pay him right then and there.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, I said, no, I'm serious about this. Yeah. I was like, I'm like, honestly, like, fuck it. I literally said, fuck it. What do I have to lose? Like, I literally like, I'm like, I went to real estate school, fucking hated it. Had a full ride to college, fucking hated it. And I'm like, I've tried everything under the sun. I said, if this doesn't work out, I don't really know what will.
Yeah.
This is like the last thing I have. And I remember I did like shrooms in Hawaii, like on family vacation. And I had like the worst panic attack of my life because I'm like, what if this doesn't work out? Like, I'm like, this music shit's all I have left. And it's so funny because I literally was like, he's like, cool, I'll call you Monday to tell you like what setup to get, you know, like whatever else. And then I'm like, I threw a lot of money into some shit that I had no money to throw into, and it was the best. It was the best risk I took on myself. Yeah. And I just threw probably like 10 grand in the last month currently into like multiple different businesses and investments for myself. And this is like, again, like, a good, now that I'm telling this story, I'm like, this is a good reminder to myself that it's like, you know, I do need to go all in on myself.
100%.
For sure.
I think something that gets forgotten a lot of time is we get used to like our cycle of life, right? And we tend to forget why we're doing this in the first place or what the end goal is. And I think having refreshers like that definitely helps, like why we're doing this, what the big picture is. Yeah. It's important.
You gotta take these jumps, especially in this scene, man, because there's a lot of people that you know are gonna stay comfortable, and you know, not take those risks, and you know it's like the people like you and me and D'Lo here,
absolutely,
you know, making shit happen, to basically, sorry, I thought threw me off, but basically, you took a risk and it paid out in the end, and now you're reaping your benefits.
I'm just really grateful too to just like, I feel like everyone in the community for the most part is like, just like, we're all just happy to be here. And it's like one of those things to where I'm like, the people who are like pretentious or they think that they're better than everyone else, they usually get weeded out. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like one thing I do love about like the EDM scene versus like the hip hop scene or, you know, like other like music scenes is that everyone is pretty kind for the most part. Supportive. I think like it's just a very kind community to be a part of. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just happy to be here. And, you know, it's like my style, like, the music I play. It's not for everyone, and that's the cool thing. It doesn't have to be for everyone because I fuck with it. And it's like, even when I told my mom I wanted to be a DJ, she's like, oh, our wedding DJ made a lot of money. And hey, wedding DJs are amazing, but that wasn't the path I was going to take. And honestly, that was like another promise I made to myself of like, I'm not going to play shit I don't want to play, because if I lose my passion for this, like I will never monetize my passion. I feel like money comes when you are aligned, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. You brought up a good point. People don't last in this business that are in here for the wrong reasons, whether it's money, whether it's, fame, whether it's whatever. I mean, you really have to be here for the love of the game, for the love of the music, for the love of community, for the love of everything about it. It's hard to be successful in this when your heart's not in it. We've seen it firsthand with a bunch of people that aren't even doing this anymore because of the fact that it's not what they thought, and they're not seeing big profits like they thought they would. But it's just part of it. I mean, it'll blow up when it naturally feels like it needs to, you know? But no, I really appreciate like the timeline now kind of set in motion. And kind
I'm
of
like
now
my ADHD brain. I'm like,
no,
if you could
okay.
follow the timeline, it's like all over the place.
No, it's okay.
That's
we're here to keep you on track.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm sorry, like
I'm
we're
really
stopping
like a
you,
squirrel. Like
but yeah, it's just kind of more or less to kind of like set stones of like where we're at in the story, right? And again, that's super cool to kind of get a little bit of a background on that, just because I didn't know any of that before, so it's super cool to kind of
you'll still you'll learn a lot about me. Trust me, I've lived like a million different lives, and
I can totally relate with coming from like the hip hop like community too. Because I used to rap and sing, so just like a lot of people like backstab or step on other people just to like further their own selves, and you don't really see that here in the dance community. So that's something that definitely keeps us coming back. It's just the support and love that people show. And exactly, like good point. People are getting weeded out just easily because you can smell the unauthenticity on people. You know, they're in it just for money or for the clout, whatever it may be. But the things that keep like us all unified is going to be community and the love for music and stuff.
Absolutely. No, for sure.
If you got that behind you, then all it takes is the matter of like when, not if.
Amen. I feel like attracts like too. So I feel like everyone that I've been so blessed to like know and like become close with too, because I'm coming up on like 2 years of DJing. So like June-ish, it'll be like my 2-year anniversary, and it's kind of crazy just to think like like I tried all these other career paths first, and it's like I don't like know how people ask me, they're like, how are you getting booked, how are you doing this? And honestly, I know everyone says, well, you need to have a strategy with social media and you need to do this and you need to do that, and I agree to it a certain extent. Like there definitely does need to be like some sort of
marketing or
outline,
like,
but for me, like I've noticed like shit takes off for me and I do things very like unconventionally. Like I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say on the internet. I'm gonna play what I want to play. I'm gonna play, and it's like I feel like that has gotten me so much further than if I was like trying to put myself in like a very strict.
You're not playing it safe. You're going
like
completely unorthodox.
Like even like with my clothing line I'm about to drop, like I sat on these designs for 4 years because I was just so like anxious about it and like what if this, what if that, and it's like I'm finally like no, like it's time to fucking like go all in. Like, and here's the thing, it might not be perfect, it might be a little messy at first, but it's like you refine things as you go. I feel 100%. Like that's with anything.
That's how we are with this right now. Like we're trying this, and we're you are, I don't want to say guinea pig through our process.
Hey,
but
I'm happy to be here. I feel very honored to be a part. Like when you texted me and you asked if I wanted to be on, I was really excited. I really like, I was bragging about it. I'm like, oh my god,
that's dope. I appreciate. I've
been on like a couple other podcasts too, just like back in the day and stuff. But I'm like, I feel like this is like one that's like aligned, like I feel 100%. Like it's like we have like very like, I don't know what like meshable energy, I guess. Like, like it's just, it flows very nice,
Yeah, we try to dig deep, ask questions that really matter, not just like surface level shit that, anyone could just ask. Like, and for us being in the scene as much as we are, we understand how it operates and, you know, how other DJs might feel about certain things. So
for sure,
it makes for really good conversations and great tips for our audience.
No, absolutely.
So,
seriously.
yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for being on here.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, it's a random pause moment in the pod, but can you guys remove the little foam? That's what's fucking you up.
It sounds like ass.
It's cutting you in and out.
Me too.
No, you're fine because you're speaking loud and clear.
Okay.
But because our guy over here is a little mumbly and a little bit far of a bit, it kind of cuts it off.
I'd be like,
no, it's clear. So you're awesome. You're good.
Okay, cool.
How's that? Is that better?
Beautiful.
Right.
Way better. When'd you meet bro? When does he come into the story?
Oh my gosh. Okay, how I met bro. So again, more lore dropping. So my homegirl Lindsay.
Wait, shout out bro, by the way.
Shout out bro.
He's gonna be
shout out my dog. By the way, go stream our album Ascension, Ninth House Prophecy.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later on.
Listen. You know, how I met bro, my big brother, seriously. So my friend Lindsay and I, we met basically because I used to go get margaritas on my lunch break at this Asian spot by my house. Okay. Her best friend was the bartender. I've been going to this Asian spot forever. I love it. Kind of became friends with her. Again, like went through this breakup. So I was like back outside with the girlies and I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, you should like come out. And she's like, oh, is it cool if I like bring my coworker? I'm like, yeah. So she brought my friend Lindsay.
Okay.
That's my friend Bree. So, you know, we're all still friends and everything. Well, me and Lindsay kind of got close after Bree moved to San Antonio and everything. And, you know, she went through a breakup. So then like, you know how it goes. It's just like, you know, you guys get closer if you're not in relationships. And me and her just like became like really good friends. Like for real, it's like my sister. And, I was like lit one night. I remember this. We got home from the club or whatever, and I was just like lit off my ass. I was like, and she had like this canceled podcast shirt with like Tana and Brooke or whatever. And I liked how it was like the Y2K like setup, like, you know, like with the like with the like collage of different photos of them. Yeah. And I'm like, bitch, we should make shirts. And I'm like, I'm going to make a shirt. So me on my fucking Canva Pro app, lit as hell, 3 a.m. I said, I'm going to make so it became an inside joke. But I was like, we're like, you know, I'm like, because we're outside all the time. Keep in mind, like, I'm like just kind of starting to like take off with my DJing and it's like, you know, like, so we're out a bunch, you know, so people are just automatically thinking like we're bops. So I said, so we kind of played off of it. Okay, listen, so I'm like, bitch, we're the bippity boppianas. I'm gonna make us shirts. And literally, I was like, I'm gonna do our 2024 tour and turn it into like concert merch, but it's like us. Yeah. So it had like Maya Day Club, the Afters, what was it? What else was on there? The liquor store, like, you know, it was like different dates. Yeah, it was like funny as fuck. T-shirt. And then it was like on the bottom, it was like coming to a city near you. We still have the shirts. They're fine. Honestly, I'll find them and I'll show you guys. They're funny as hell. Yeah. Anyway, this is going somewhere, I promise. So I'm like, bitch, let's get shirts. She's like, okay, well, I know this like one screen printer. We used to like work together. I'm like, okay, cool. So she hits up this guy, Johnny. Okay. Now Johnny prints these shirts. We like get like a couple of them made. Like we get probably like, I don't know, 10 of them made or whatever randomly. And then, you know, a bunch of our friends bought them or like some of our homeboys. Like, you know, it was just like, they were just fire photos of us. It was just so funny. Like I made it all cute, like little sparkly, you know, it just stupid. Like it was really just a fucking joke. Yeah. And when we picked up the shirts, like I drove us and she was in my passenger seat and we just pull up to homeboy's house just to get them. And, like, we just roll the window down. He's like, are you guys, like, a DJ duo? And she's like, no, but she's a DJ. Like, she's like, I'm just, like, a groupie. You know, like, whatever. It was kind of funny. And first time I met this kid, he's like, oh, I'm having this, like, Christmas party if you want to, like, come DJ. I'm like, well, I, like, bartend till, like, 1 a.m., like, 1:30. And he's like, oh, just pull up at, like, you know, like, whenever you can at, like, 2 or something. I'll put you on at, like, 2 or 3, you can go B2B with my homeboy. I said, okay, bet. And that was bro.
No shit.
So I meet him at this like random like house party, like Christmas house party. I'm talking like I just had like 2 public sets maybe before this that were like actually like, okay, I'm trying to like figure out my sound. Like I'm still like rough with it. Like,
Sure.
you know, I just played After 12 for the first time. Shout out After 12. They were like the first venue that booked me like publicly. And then I played at Cobra too on one of their EDM nights. Shout out Tony. And then I was about to play the first ever daycare sessions. So I met Southpaw because I used to work at Jags.
Sure, yeah.
And he was the DJ. And I remember he played like Shoreline. I'm like, I fucking love Shoreline Mafia.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're the only DJ who plays Shoreline. My one of my other mentors, Ben's too, you know, because it's like, and I'm like, I'm going to be a DJ. I'm going to be a DJ. Like, you know, I was like in the strip club. I'm like, I'm going to be a DJ. Like,
Yeah,
you know, all
like
this
you made
other
it
shit.
a thing, yeah.
And so that's how I'm at Southpaw. And because he was like, put it on social media, like, hey, send me a mix. Like, we're starting like a new collective, whatever. Emailed him a mix. So he's like, hey, like, you know, we're starting this new collective. I'd love to have you like, you know, open. Yeah. And then I met like a bunch of my other friends through there, Eddie and Charlie. They're like my brothers too. But, you know, it was just like a really cool, I was like, oh my God, like I have this like big set coming up. It's like, you know, like a big warehouse set. It was the first daycare sessions. And then I met bro and he's like, here, like I produce and stuff. Like, you know, every Monday if you want to come. And I'm like, okay. So I hit him up early as fuck on Monday. He's like, he didn't hit me back till 6 hours later. He's like, sorry, I was knocked out. Cause he gave me this whole thing. He's like, I want to see if you're serious and shit. I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah, okay, I'm serious.
And what time did you hit him up?
Like 6 a.m. I was up and about because he kept saying, he's like, I'm up early. I'm like, all right, bet. I'll be up.
Going to bed.
And then he didn't hit me back till like noon or some shit.
No
and I
way.
kept getting on his ass, bro. And then he was playing Decadence, I remember. And then I went over to like mix and like hang out. And then that's when I met Haley, who's amazing. And that was like, yeah. So like, honestly, we met, like end of 2024.
Wow.
Yeah.
Reason I bring him up is because I know I met him and through him I was able to meet you in person. I know we
when you guys all came out, I feel bad because like that, like I was so busy that night and I feel like we all were just moving around and everything too. But I was like, dude, I gotta like, so when we came out to LA, I'm like formally, I'm like, I want to actually have a conversation with him.
Good. I know exactly how it is in the scene. Like you're constantly getting pulled left and right because people are trying to talk to you, because people are trying to like catch up with you because you haven't seen them in a while.
No, literally.
It's nonstop. So I completely get it. And we luckily got to meet up later on and really chop it up, smoke a cigarette, and you know, get to play at the afters and stuff like that. And it's really cool to kind of just even within that time frame of just knowing you on Instagram, meeting you in person, and now just the growth has been tremendous. And I think again, that's another reason why we thought it was really cool just to get you on here and kind of just go through everything and tell your story. I think it's super interesting, and it's again for the girlies that are interested in getting in the scene, like it's super important to
be yourself.
To listen to other girls and like understand like, hey, this is how they went through it. Maybe they can get inspired and motivated to do the same thing, you know?
Absolutely.
And I think your unorthodox approach is super unique, super special. I think the more people do that, the more, you know, we can get other people up there like that, and it's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. We need more women out there. So
100%.
Swear to God.
I was just talking to our last guest, and I think right now what we're seeing in the scene is a lot of women coming up and dominating.
I love it. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Rachel, she started Support Women DJs. She's based out of New York. It's so funny. I actually had like a consult call with her like probably like early summer of last year, and then when I went to Chicago Music Nexus with bro, I like saw her and I was like, I think that's Rachel. And I like went up to her, I'm like, hi, and she's like, oh my God, wait, yes. And like anyway, I had another consult call with her and everything too, but she books like major artists for like all of the big venues in New York and everything. And I know I think she's popping out to Miami Music Week. I'm not 100% sure, but she's so amazing, and I love like the movement she is doing too. And it's like,
that's special.
I think it's just like, it's important because I feel like so often like women, like we are like taught that like we're in competition. And I feel like anytime I've ever been insecure, jealous of another woman, it's because a man made me feel like I should be. So I had to like pause and ask myself, I'm like, why am I feeling this way when I could never be her, she could never be me? Why would I ever feel in competition with another woman when I can uplift her and she can uplift me? Now, don't get me wrong. There's weird-ass bitches out there. But here's the thing. I love women. I don't like weirdos.
There you go.
And I've said that to a few weird-ass bitches.
Is that right?
But, yes, yeah. But it's like one of those things where I'm like, it has nothing to do with you being a woman. You're just a weirdo, you know? But it's like, I think, like, when women, like, realize it's like, we're not each other's enemies. Like, there's no reason. And it's like, the thing is, like, I could be talking to one of my homegirls and be like, oh my, like just normal conversation and be like, oh my God, like that just like fueled me up. Like that inspired me. Like, let me like, shit, like let me go lock in real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
It's inspirational.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Great. I enjoy that, and that's really cool to see. I think, like you were saying, you're motivating other people, and it's motivating to us even listening to that, being like, okay, that's what she going on. That's what she got going on. Yeah. I also want to have something. I want to have some motion for me. Let me try to do something as well. You know?
Empowering.
Yeah, there you go.
I think too. Again, it's like It's so sweet that you're like, I want to have some motion too. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like I said, I think my favorite line is, I'm just happy to be here. I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of
being yourself.
Yeah, like I really I think again it's just alignment. I think that's like the biggest thing. I think that's like one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can like give to anyone, because it's like, you know, like if you're curious about something, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's sports, whether it's whatever. Sure. If you're curious about something, explore it, because I feel like there's like a reason why you're hearing that voice in the back of your head of it being like, yo, like maybe there is something here.
Yeah, I think that's something special going on.
And I know like when you're in alignment, everything else just falls with it.
If you're unsure, you know, just go with the flow and figure it out as you go.
And you can always like change your life anytime, any day. I feel like people think like it's too late to start or it's too late to do this, and it's like
set in stone.
Yeah, like life is never set in stone. Like I admire like the people who are like going back to college in like their 60s. I think that's so cool, because they decided that they wanted to try something new and find it, and they discovered a new passion they had. Or you know, even like DJs, like some of them started like older. Yeah. You know, and I feel like sometimes like I would say like, damn, I wish I started younger, but I know if I started any earlier, this like I wouldn't have had the same results, and it wouldn't have been the time. It just like wasn't the time. So I feel like it's just good to remember we're all on our own timelines. We're all on our own paths.
Like you said, alignment, right?
Yep.
Now, moving towards like your branding, because this ties hand in hand with, you know, you being unorthodox and like kind of you doing things your way. Yeah. And again, I mean that with the most respect, and again, like just so fascinating.
Thank you.
Your quote is, "I make hot girl house music, and I can beat Matt's better than your boyfriend." Yeah. Where did the motto come from?
I'm not gonna lie, I literally pulled it out of my brain. I have like a notes app that I just like, I literally just be. Yep. So I was an English major. I'm a writer too. So for me, I really
jack of all trades.
I'm published for my poetry.
Oh,
so
shit. Okay, sick.
Yeah,
Big dog.
That was an accident too. That was like, it was like, because it's like that's just so personal. Yeah, and it's like I won like a national award for it like randomly, and then it's like I reread it now and I'm like, God, that's so cringy. Like, and my parents are like, my parents were at my award ceremony like when I was like 17, 18, and they're like, so are you gonna let us read it? No. That's if you find it on the internet, cool, but no, like.
That's dope though. That's really cool.
Yeah. So
Congrats
I'm just.
To you, by the way.
Thank you. I love writing. I'm stupid witty with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just y'all see my Instagram captions. You know, it's that I'm ridiculous with it. I'm just,
I'm the same way. I was AP English, honors English.
You get it.
I didn't go to college, but I'm sure I would have fucking did something with that.
No, yeah. Here's the thing. You don't even need to go to college for writing. If you know how to write and tell a story, like you don't need a degree for that.
Yeah. It's unapologetic confidence, and that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. It took a long time to get here. I used to absolutely feel not this confident ever. So
really freeing, just
it is
being yourself and not caring what most people say. Obviously, some people's opinions matter, but you know, for the most part, just like living life. Fucking doing whatever you want.
Yeah, and I feel like as long as you're not hurting people or being like unkind or unethical, like
humbly, right?
Yeah. I just feel like I don't know, like I feel like a lot of people like even like when I made the post today, I was like, you know, everyone loves to like perceive me on and off the internet, you know, in the club, like whatever. Like, I'm known for my RBF. I'm sorry, guys. Like, honestly, it's less Botox when I get older. Okay. It's just my face, you know. I'm actually pretty chill. Like, if you come and talk to me. Yeah. But, you know, I feel like I'm definitely perceived in like a certain way of like whatever. And it's funny to me because it's like, I feel like I used to care so much about that, you know, like I'm a Libra, I'm like a retired people pleaser, but I definitely have been told like, no, you shouldn't be this confident, or no, you shouldn't like have your own style with it, you know, or like different. And it's like for so long in my life, like I listened to people, and it's like, now I'm just kind of like, okay.
Doing it,
they're straight projecting.
Yeah.
I mean, people need like someone to follow, you know, and those like risk takers or unique people are going to be those ones, you know?
Yeah.
I think, you know, you doing that, it also not only motivates and like kind of puts in a healthy competition with the girlies, but also with the guys, right? I'm assuming you kind of get a little bit of heat from the guys as well with that unapologetic confidence. Do you or no?
I would say with other DJs, no. I feel like all the guys in the scene are like super respectful with me.
That's great.
You know, I've never really had any like disrespectful men that are DJs. I've had men outside of the industry be more disrespectful with me. Like I will say like dating's kind of hard given I've been single my entire DJ career and I was single before I was even a DJ. But, you know, it's like one of those things to where I'm like, I don't know, like it's just weird because it's like if someone doesn't have their own shit going on, like they're not gonna like me for too long. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, like I do get a lot of attention. I know what I look like. I'm not ugly by any fucking means. And it's like, but I'm also just like, I keep to myself for the most part. Like I really like just mind my fucking business. And it's like, I don't know. I would say like other like guy DJs, like let's just say like I had a question about something or like, you know, because I'm not new, but I'm still kind of like new to it, you know. Yeah, I'm still getting my feet wet, and I'm a sponge. I'm a student of life. I'm always learning new things.
We're learning all the time.
Amen. And it's like, you know, there's new software being released all the time. There's new equipment, and I've noticed like if I have like a question or something, or like, oh my gosh, like this CDJ isn't acting up. Whether it's my light techs, whether it's my fellow DJs, like everyone's super kind.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean. Like, I feel like very blessed to be able to say that. Like, I'm sure like, you know, people have had other experiences, but at least for me, like I'm also just a take no bullshit kind of bitch. Like if someone crosses a line with me and says something, like you will hear me. Like I will not let it, like I will check you so quick. And it's like, I think because I'm like that, like I think that's why, you know, I've gotten that respect too, you know. But yeah, I would say just men outside of the industry who don't know about it, like they have like their own perceptions. Like they think you're a hoe, they think you're sleeping around, they think you're doing this just because you're out all the time. And it's like, again,
it ain't even like that.
Yeah, it's like literally I'm like I
just like music.
Literally, it's like it really is like, you know, like when I find that person, like he's going to be him, you know what I'm saying? Like I got my eye on someone, but you know, I'm like, but he's him, you know? So it's like one of those things to where it's like, you have to have your own shit going on.
100%.
It's like cause it's like, I ain't going to be up your ass all day texting you. Like I got like multiple businesses I'm running. I have like a day job that's like, and I DJ. I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it's a really good topic to bring up. Like dating as a DJ.
Oh my God, it's like, a nightmare. I haven't really dated because of that, to be honest with you.
So much stuff that we're constantly like just having to keep track of and shit. And it's like having to like fucking text someone back like constantly or like attend to someone like, I don't know. Like me personally, like I just want to be completely focused and enveloped in my music and the career and all this. Like I have goals, you know, that I really want to make. And I feel like right now, unfortunately, it's really hard for me to set aside that time and that energy that would go into a relationship, you know?
I feel like too, you know, it's like, this is like one thing. Again, like I've been single for almost 3 years and I've taken that time to really look inward, review like my own shortcomings, you know, review like what I will and won't tolerate. And I think like, you know, one key to that I've found is like, again, it's like you just have to find someone who really has their own shit going on too, because it's like they're not going to be insecure with what you do if they have their own shit going on. And if you're not giving them any reasons, you know, and as long as it's like, you guys might not be able to talk all the time, but it's like, as long as you're bringing up like, hey, like, you know, like this is what's going on, you know, and it's like.
You got good trust and communication. And when you guys do come together, you know, it'll just be like magic. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, no relationship's ever going to be like easy per se. Like I feel like there's always going to be some degree of work, but I feel like there's like healthy work, and then I feel like there's like a toxic relationship, you know, like I feel like all relationships require like require patience and like everything, but it's still just like there's levels to it, you know, like
you should be building each other up.
Exactly.
Especially if you have like, you know, you're a DJ and, you know, maybe this guy's like a photographer or something. Like, yeah, most definitely that's something I'd like look for. I mean, I'm not looking to date now, but I mean, I thought I was like a year ago, and I was like, you know, I feel like
I think it'll find
something,
you know.
Something I would like is that they have like a business or something that's going to keep them occupied the same way I'm consistently occupied doing, you know, the DJ podcast, all this shit that we do.
Yeah, like you said, it's like you want to be able to lift each other up. Like no one I've dated, given I've only had like 2 serious relationships, but I've never been like, oh my God, that's my man. I was like, oh my God, that's my man. Yeah. Fuck. Like, you know what I was saying? It was like embarrassing. I was like humiliated, you know, and like they would humiliate me because of their own insecurities. Absolutely, and it's like, I wasn't even a DJ then. And now it's like, damn, I used to joke with my homegirls. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to find love because I just love music so much. God really made it to be like, no, this bitch loves music so much. Like, she just might be alone. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like, you know, like I said, I have my eye on someone, but you know, it's like, I'm like, damn, like, I be hyping him up. I'm like, yes, like, you know, I'm like, oh my God, like, if it goes there, like, that's my man, like, you know? So it's like, I feel like it's important to want to uplift your partner and like, 100%. You know, and like.
You should be excited.
Like person, what? Right? Like, oh my God, like, how can I support you in every way, you know?
When they're not in the room or, you know, if you're at one of their sets, say the other guy's a DJ or whatever.
That will never happen with me, but I will never date another DJ. Fan.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I could. I went on like a date with one DJ. Oh my God. And even that one was like, why aren't you texting me all the time? And I'm like, bro, what? Like, you should get it if anything, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to juggle everything, you know? Especially when you have your outside life that you're trying to be a businesswoman, you're producing life, your DJ life, like even just a social life that you're just trying to have normally. It's hard to juggle everything at once.
I think the social life outside of it too is hard because it's like, even when I go out, I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to go like to any of the spots because I'm like, bro, like I'm here all the time. Yep. Like the last thing I want to do on my night off is go to the same fucking clubs, go to the same spots. Yeah. Like I'm like, honestly, I'm the type of bitch where I'm like, I'll book a flight out of here
somewhere else. Yeah.
Like I'm out of here all day. You guys see it. Like I'm never here if I don't have to be.
It's not like we're doing crazy physical work, but dude, the mental and fucking social battery just drained all the damn.
I noticed too, like since I've started like DJing more and like being in nightlife more, like I really do have to like protect my energy and really just like take some time to like hibernate because like my anxiety like gets so bad sometimes with it.
What are some of those things that you do to like recharge?
I just like I'll just like isolate, which doesn't sound great, but it's like I'll really just like take some time like alone, like at home, like literally like I just chill with my cats. And it's not often because it's like I work like a very intensive like day job in sales.
Just really enjoy some downtime.
Like, and I never really have it, you know? So it's like when I do have it, I also love taking myself out to eat. Like I love like taking myself on solo dates. Like I'll sit at the bar and I'll like do like some, because I'm doing some like sales trainings for like high ticket remote right now too. So I'll just like put my AirPods in, listen to some trainings, you know, like have a little cocktail, like, you know, have some like spicy rigatoni. I don't know, you know, like just I love taking myself to eat. I love like going on solo dates, you know, and it's just, it's one of those things.
Now you're speaking about going like out of state and stuff, and I noticed you do a lot of that even for networking things. And how important would you say that is as like someone coming into the scene, someone that's not even particularly just a DJ or producer, but maybe even like, let's say photographers and things like that, or event coordinators. Mm-hmm. Is that, you would say, something important, key, like to go to these like music production theory classes, or
for sure?
What are they, like?
Conferences?
A conference. There you go. I couldn't think of the word.
No, you're good.
Yeah. And we're in a fucking conference room, and I can't think of a conference.
Big networking like conventions, right?
Well, some of them,
Some of them, yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. So I think, so on High Frequencies, Olivia's podcast, she started Chicago Music Nexus. I'm pretty sure this is on the episode with Sherm. don't quote me on this. I'm not going to say it exactly how he said it, but he touched on the fact that, you know, like I think this is like his 6th year in Miami Music Week or something. Okay. And it's like, you know, like, I think they touched on the fact of like, you need to go into these rooms with basically like intentions and like be ready to enter these rooms. Right. So like, you know, like I'm like just getting like my feet wet in like production, for example, right? So it's like, you know, like I felt like a little unprepared personally going to Chicago Music Nexus. And shout out Propa, he's amazing. He reviewed like some demos with me and everything. And he's like, just keep going, like, you know, like just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, you got like, just stick with it basically. Cause it's like, I'm relatively new to it. So it's like, he's like, just keep going. Cause you know, he's had skin in the game for over a decade. And you know, it's like one of those things to where I think it's super valuable to go and network. And it's like the reason why I've been blessed with so many bookings and opportunities. Again, I would say like the majority of them I don't reach out for. I don't really ask for. I do apply to like Breakaway. Like I applied the first year and, you know, shout out Jackson this year. He sent me the app. He's like, hey, fill this out for me, you know, and like I got booked again. So I'll be on Breakaway again this year. But, you know, it's like, I would say the majority of my bookings, like people randomly reach out to me, even if I've never met them. And I've been blessed, like know so many like cool people just through like Instagram even or whatever. They're like, yo, like, can you come play this? And I end up meeting them in person and whatever. But again, it's just like through word of mouth and it's really cool. So, you know, whether you're going to like a conference or whether you're, you know, just going, like I went to Nashville randomly on some bullshit. I was going to fly out there alone. Okay. Like randomly. No, I'm serious. Like it was really on some random bullshit. Like I really booked a flight and my homegirl was like, yo, I have like 2 days off basically. And it was like New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So she's like, I'm going to fly out there and meet you.
Sick.
And I'm like,
fuck
yeah.
Have you ever been there before?
No.
I
just wanted to go so bad. I've always wanted. I'm a big country music fan too. So like I always wanted to go to Nashville. It was always on my list. I used to live in Austin, obviously. So I'm like I love like music and like that's like literally like a huge music city too. It's literally music city. Literally. And I didn't really get to explore too many other genres out there because I know there's like a big like R&B scene out there. There's like they just opened a new house club out there too.
Oh wow, okay.
So but again, I randomly was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Nashville. And that was like my first trip that I took just like for pleasure by myself. Like Art Basel in Miami, networking, you know, I was partying, don't get me wrong. I was getting shoulder rubs, second floor of Tootsie's, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely was like out there primarily to network. You know, and then as far as you know, like Chicago Music Nexus, that was a conference. That was like 36 hours. It was a turnaround trip. It was like a last minute, like, fuck it, I did not sleep that weekend. It was like go. Yeah,
nonstop.
It was amazing. It was literally like a Bulls game, the strip club, the conference, the after party, the airport. It was great. It was crazy.
It sounds like a whole fucking
literally.
movie,
but like with Nashville, like I kind of like put my feelers out. Like I was just kind of like looking on like social media for different people. I connected with my friend Mike out there. Actually, he put me on with his homegirl, and he's like, listen, she is in charge of like booking like a bunch of like house DJs out here. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can get booked back out there when I go because I definitely want to go back. I want to go back in like the springtime and shit. You know, I loved Nashville. It was so much fun. So much fun. Nashville does not owe me anything. Honestly, I had a wonderful time out there, and it was like really just a trip I wanted to take for myself, and it ended up, you know, coming out. So, but it's like even before I started DJing, like before I even bought my controller, I was telling people I'm a DJ. I just kept telling people that. I didn't even fucking know how to beat match, and I was like, I'm a DJ. I'm a DJ. Like, I literally wrote that bio like I can beat match better than your boyfriend. Like I think right before my first lesson. I'm not even joking. No way. I really was like, no, but it's like I just knew it. Like I was like, I'm gonna do this shit. That's how you gotta
manifest shit.
I swear to God, I'm so delusional.
It's not.
I'm so stupid delusional. I am a DJ. I am that bitch. Like I am literally, and it's like again, it goes back to just betting on yourself. Like, I feel like you just have to. I'm so delusionally optimistic. Like, I'm a realist, too. Like, I'm definitely not.
I'm on the same way.
He is exactly the same way.
I'm my favorite, like, I'm like,
and don't get me wrong, you put in the work. Fan. You have to put in the work. Like, you can't have delusion without, like, putting in the work. Like, you could be like, I'm going to be a millionaire and sit on your ass every day. Like, you can't do that. Yeah. But it's like, you know, you move your feet and you do the fucking work and you're like, it's going to fucking happen. I don't know. The how isn't up to me.
Yeah.
The how isn't up to me. It's going to happen. I just know, like, the why and where it's gonna end up, you know. But how I get there isn't up to me.
One way or another, we're gonna fucking figure it out.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that earlier too in the pod when you were saying like you are like your biggest fan. Like he is exactly the same way. Like he is like the most confident to himself. Like he is. I need that sometimes, and that's why this relationship, this dynamic works so well, is because I may be a little more reservative and more like kind of quiet and to myself, but he helps bring that out, and
for sure,
it helps the dynamic when we're like talking.
I just already be knowing we're about to rage tonight at his set. Then I already be knowing. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like and that's why it works, because you know I feel like there needs to be a flow of it, and
for sure,
you know that's why even though I might not be that person, I know you can relate with him on that spectrum.
Yeah,
most definitely. I love being myself 100%.
You should.
And like I'm so excited. I feel like everyone is like, not to toot my own horn, but blessed to like fucking.
I feel like you wake up every day, you're blessed.
The fruits of my labor, you know, because I know I have music, or just like things that I want to do in this life that I can treat other people with. You know?
I love that you said that too, because one of my affirmations that I have on like my little whiteboard, it says like I provide like products and services that are of high value that like help benefit people, basically. It's not worded exactly like that. It's worded better. I just can't think of how I wrote it.
I get you.
Right now. But it's like basically just saying like, because even like obviously I do sales too. So it's like having that mentality of like, God, like, do I feel like I'm bothering people with this? Or it's like, no, like I have a product, I have a service, I have something that is of high value, and honestly like it'll help elevate your life in some way. And it's like I'm not out here doing people dirty, I'm not out here scamming people, so why should I ever feel ashamed of what I'm providing?
You truly believe in the product that you're selling.
Exactly.
The same way, like like we are a product.
We are literally. And I always used to joke too, because like, you know, like I'm definitely more in like formal like corporate sales right now. I'm trying to like move into more like high ticket remote eventually, just so I can work from my laptop and travel. But I will say, like, you know, like when I was in the strip club, like I am the product. I'm the only thing that, you know, like and fucking what, like, you know what? And you know, if you think being rejected in sales is hard, let me tell you, like, you know, when you're like half naked and dudes are like, no, you're fat, or you're not my type, or you're this, or you're that. And you're like, fuck, bro, like, goddamn, like, you know, and it's just like, and you don't think like people would say shit like that, but it's like they do, and you're just like, damn.
When I smile at someone and they just don't do shit.
That's what I mean. Like, so it's like you really, it's like, so it's like, you know, like the confidence aspect, like you really just, you gotta like bet on yourself. You have to like be like, no, like,
I mean, and even if people don't choose you, you gotta.
They are not meant. They're not meant to be.
It's their loss.
Yeah, literally, it's like,
pool.
no, for real.
It's their fucking loss.
To you. When, like, where do you see the difference from your first year and now? Like, where do you see the big progression?
I love this question. One of my goals this year in music is to be more intentional with the bookings I'm taking, with the time that I'm giving. Because, like, I would say the first year, you know, like I started playing in Old Town December of 24. I started DJing June of 24.
Okay.
You know, obviously I've been there for over a year now at this point, but I just like burnt myself the fuck out. I'm playing like 3 to 5 nights a week, and I still play pretty consistently like that, but I'm noticing that it's like, you know, I'm starting to set like stricter boundaries, especially if like my money and my respect aren't there. I feel like, and then with like certain bookings too, like, you know, like I'm focused more so on getting like out of state bookings, and I want to do an out of country booking at some point this year. That's like one of my big goals.
Okay.
But I'm really just kind of like being more intentional with like the fact of like I do work a full-time day job, sometimes 6-7 days a week. I'm doing like, I'm running like my clothing line business. I'm DJing. I have to sometime find time in there to produce, to like also like, you know, like nurture my personal relationships in my life, as we were talking. It's like there's only 24 hours in a day, and I really go MIA. Like I don't see my parents as much as I should, and I like they're getting older, and it's like I want to make more time for them. You know, like I'm not home with my cats as much as I should be, and I know they're cats, but it's like they still like miss me when I'm gone, you know? And it's like, no, like I hate like being off like 4 hours of sleep, because then it's like I can't produce my best, you know, whether I'm at my day job, whether I'm, you know, like DJing, whether I'm, you know, just like putting ideas together, like trying to focus on other trainings, the shit. And it's like, I feel like I'm done like stretching myself so fucking thin, especially for like people who, I wouldn't say don't respect me, but it's like, you know, like sometimes like there are gigs where it's like, did
it really benefit
it's like,
career,
I'm not getting paid.
Know?
Like I really am just genuinely here because like I'm nice. And it's like, I just fuck with the person putting it on. And it's like, you know, like I get it. We all start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
But it's like one of those things to where I'm like, bro, like I can't say yes to just anything anymore. Like you know, my frontal lobe developed. I got that for my 25th birthday. So, you know, I think I'm starting to...
You'd say that you're wanting to be more intentional is just off of your social battery and just like conserving your energy correctly, rather than, I was thinking maybe it could be like you've kind of found your sound or your style that you like.
That too. I would say that too.
And you want to take certain shows that reflect that more.
I would say that's another huge aspect of it too, because again, going back to like that promise I made to myself when I did start playing, I'm like, I ain't playing shit I don't want to play. I don't like, and I just like, I'm not doing shit solely for like a check. Just because it's like, oh, it might be like good money or it might be like whatever. Like I get money. I get plenty of fucking money, and I can get more money. But the thing is, if I do this for money, I'm going to lose my passion for it. I will not monetize like my like DJing in a way that like I don't enjoy, because then I'm like I said, this is the last thing I have left.
It just becomes a job.
I will not, and it's like I've been feeling burnt out like recently, and I'm really just like, no, honestly, because some people again like they're cool with that, like they'll play whatever. They came in to like just make a check, you know, like get like some clout with it, you know, get some bitches with it, whatever. Cool. That's not me. I'm sorry. And I don't care. I get money and I get bitches. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's like I do, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I make good money elsewhere.
To, like, just settle.
I just like, my music is just something that's so, it's like my baby. It's like my kid. Like it's like celebrities exploiting their kid, you know? Like I would never do that to my kid.
It
like
has to be that way.
No,
like,
I just don't believe in that shit.
Like I said before, eat, breathe, and shit this.
Yeah, I just like, and the thing is too, like, I'm not gonna, like, I had like someone say to me one time, like I have like, again, not even a DJ, not even a producer, said something to me along the lines of like, well, all my DJs wake up and play and produce until they fall asleep. And I said, listen, babe, I don't work like that. I don't work like that. Yeah. First of all, I have other passions too. And it's like, the thing is, if I worked like that, like I will burn myself. I don't work effectively like that. Like I've even taken like the little, what is it? Not the personality test. It's like the damn human design. Okay. I don't work like that. Like I work more effectively. Therefore I need more sleep. Like I love sleeping. Like I value even though I don't get a lot of it, I value my sleep, you know? And it's like, I work stupid effectively. Like I can get like 10 things done in like half the time that other people can. And it's like, for me, like that burns a lot of my energy, and it's like I think it's like literally proven that like women burn energy like big more so. Yeah, big you know.
Big old fucking.
I swear, and it's like I really so it's like for me, like no, like I value my rest. I used to not value my rest, but I'm learning that it's like I've literally seen more money and more, I guess like, I don't know, like better like results like when I've prioritized like my rest, or like when I've not been like hard on myself, or like, you know, like when I'm like, you know what, like no, like I am gonna take myself out to dinner tonight, you know what, no, I am gonna take the night off, and you know what, maybe I like don't take this gig or whatever. It's like I see like a better return from it, whether it's like, you know, like internally, and then it like reflects externally from that, you know.
I think it's super important, you know, to call those things out when we see them, because what happens is you become comfortable with kind of just sticking to what's there. Yeah. And you become a easy little product that would be easily sold to any Tuesday night, right? And I think it's super important that you keep that like that high price ticket on you, because it's like, okay, I'm bringing this to the table. which is why I don't want to be playing at the local bar on Tuesday anymore. Like, I want to make sure that when my people are there, like when I do bring people, it's, going to be a great time. The productions are like, you want to really make it worth the while.
And that's the thing too, is like, like I want to put on like amazing, insane shows. And that's, again, like, I love After 12, for example, like, where you're playing tonight, bro. I fucking shout out Rachel. We were just hanging out last night, dude. She has some very fun things in the works. I can't say anything, but she has some amazing things in the works. Stupid talented. Me and her, we've been playing at the same venues recently, so we've had a chance to like honestly connect and like, like get to know each other better. And like After 12 too, like they work so hard on their production. Like, and anytime I've had like a closing set there, like, my friends pop the fuck out for me, dude. Like, I get shown so much love from the people who fuck with me, and it's like, I love my friends so much. Like, the people who fuck with me, like, they're very near and dear to my heart. Like, they're, like, literally my family. Like, whether I see them all the time or whether I don't. Like, I've had some people who I didn't even expect to pop out to some of my After 12 sets, and, again, because it's, like, it really is, like, cool, like this is like a 3, 4, 5 a.m. set, whatever, and it's like cool, like you know what? Nah, we turning the fuck up. We all pulling up together. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all hype as fuck. Like walking in there, the energy's good, and it's like the support is just it's amazing. And it's like shows like that. It's like versus like I mean again like. I do love like where I play it, but again like it's just different.
It's different
with quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And at the same time, show a little bit of love here and there to the people that have shown you love from the jump. And that's why I say it's difficult to not do that local bar on Tuesday sometimes because, they're showing you so much love. That the homies are at the bar, at the door. It's always a good time. But at the same time, we have to hold ourselves to a standard and a level of professionalism where we have to say, okay, maybe not every Tuesday, but maybe once every 2 months, I'm down to come by.
Yeah, it depends where you're at in your career. For
and
people
that too.
That are starting out, like take every event.
That's another.
That you can get.
That's a really good point.
Slippery slope. Yeah.
Once you start building a little bit of rep, or have a little more skin in the game, or like we said, have a certain style that you want to cater to. Now you start being a little more intentional.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When did producing become a thing for you to say, okay, now let's start, let's get in there and let's
I mean, I would say pretty early on. I always kind of knew, like, I'm like, if I want to make it big, I have to be a producer.
So you already knew that.
I'm not gonna lie, like, it kind of fucks my brain up a little bit. Like, I feel like
it's like rocket science.
It is. It's literally like learning another language, and it's like one of those things to where. Okay, cool. I finally got the DJing thing down. I know how to I'm like, cool. And then it's like, even like with the beats, like the 1 through 9 versus like 9 through 7. I'm like, where the fuck? Like, wouldn't it be 9 through 8? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense to me. But it's like, I'm thinking like from a DJ's perspective versus like a producer's perspective. So it's like, you really got to just like split the two.
I was gonna say, you have to put the DJ hat down for a second and be like, let me just lock in as a producer. Yeah, absolutely.
And I have so many great ideas, but it's like the technique, and it's like, honestly, this is like something I'm holding myself accountable for. Like, I definitely have not had the time to put into it that I'd like, but again, I only have so much time in a day, and it's like, I have some other things kind of set up to where I'm hoping like I will have more free time, in order to dedicate to that, because it's like, I can have other sources of income bringing in stuff for me where I don't have to like be like working like long ass days, to where I will have more time to dedicate.
I think something that's really important too that we tend to forget is we have to fund the dream somehow, right?
I swear to God.
And
oh my God,
funding the dream is going to work in the morning, going to work at, like, I have a night shift. I just told you before we started the pod, I got off work and me and this guy drove directly here. Like,
fucking 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you guys. Seriously.
And just because we love this, we want to be in this, like, we just care about this so much, whether it's about the pod and just about DJing in general.
Yeah.
And, that in itself, like, it shows a whole different level to it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put the work in. Not everybody is fucking trust fund babies and just has money to just
I wish I was. Oh my God.
And, like, just tying back to that, like, it's really important to understand, like, hey, well, in order to get that dream, we need to fund it, and we need to, like, kind of put other things in place to get the dream going.
No, for sure.
You're doing it right. I think people.
I was just having this conversation with Anada today. Actually, I texted him because I'm like, hey, I have this idea that I want to work on with you. And, you know, I mentioned, because I'm like, I want to go full throttle with it. And he said, he's like, just be careful, like, you know, like with it. Because it's like, I don't want to see you get like screwed over if you like put all this into me. Like, just, I want to make sure, you know.
This guy tells me all the time, you can't burn the candle too quick.
You can't.
No, because he wants to go full throttle all the way. And it's like, okay, well, we got to make sure things are in order. Like, we got to make sure, like, we're not overdoing ourselves. Because, like, we're trying to make this long term, like, with the podcast, with the music, with the like everything.
Absolutely, for sure.
We want to create a lasting legacy in this music
100%.
fucking scene, you know, and just create this platform to share with not only our audience, but, you know, the artists that we have and can give a spotlight to, you know.
No, absolutely.
It's a win-win for everybody. You know, our audience that are getting tips.
And with
me and D-Lo getting opportunities by bringing other people on and the people we bring on.
I love it. It's like we're all sharing knowledge, you know, and it's like that's
exactly
literally like how we all grow, you know. It's like I it's a red flag if I'm the smartest person in the room. I don't ever want to be the smartest person in the room, you know. And it's like
that's when you know you have to get yourself in a new group,
literally,
or a new circle, because you can't. Like, there's always needs to be some type of learning development within your group.
You
like,
gotta be around people that are gonna continue to, you know, uplift you or, you know, challenge you. Friendly competition, you know.
Yeah.
That shit is so important. Like we were saying, almost every podcast, you know, a rotten apple will fuck up the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
You got one bad person in your circle, it's affecting everybody else. So if you keep people that are good, genuine, authentic people and, you know, just want to do good for them and the people around them, oh, you guys are winning.
I swear.
No fucking doubt. You guys are winning.
So, expecting music from you sometime this year, then, yes?
Yes, sometime this year. I don't
want to put a time. No. I'm not putting a timeline.
I know. But yeah,
but just to kind of also push you along, right?
I love my little remixes. I think that's like really. I have so many ideas for remixes.
That helps so much.
So the new Baby Keem album has me in a chokehold. So I think I'm going to be dropping some like Baby Keem like remixes, at least like one for sure.
Those
that
work
helps
pretty well.
I've seen him live, bro. I was like peaking on Sass when he played like Praise God like 4 years ago. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I love Baby Keem. I got respect for Kendrick, you know, like I mad respect for Kendrick, but I'm a Baby Keem fan for sure, you know. Like,
He's got the sauce.
He does. I love him.
Now, from all the cities that you've been to and, you know, the little, I don't want to call them rat holes, but like the scene in every little like town that you've been at, where do you think you've seen the scene really thrive? Is it here in Arizona, out in Los Angeles, Miami, Nashville?
I would say like Miami's probably the biggest, obviously, with Factory Town, and you know, like I definitely like had some ideas to move to Miami. I don't know if that's gonna be anytime soon. I'm potentially looking at another city first.
Okay.
I don't want to say too much.
That's okay. It's okay.
I think Miami's obviously the biggest. I think Phoenix, like it's grown so exponentially since I first started to now, and obviously like it's been around before I even was a DJ.
Yeah.
But I think like we have like a lot of new like collectives and stuff, and I think like, you know, the scene's becoming bigger and bigger. You know, we're tapping into like younger audiences too. So we have like a lot of 18 and up shows now.
That's cool.
However you feel about those, I feel like they need like a space, but I personally you will never catch me at an 18 and up show.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, when I was going to the 18 and up club when I was 18, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not mad about it. Like they need like a space to I was damn near 12 years old on a Disney cruise at the kids club till 2 a.m. My mom was like, where the fuck is she? And I got lost and I'm like, what do you mean, Mom? I was at the club, like as a 12-year-old, like on the Disney cruise. Like, so it's like she knew what she raised. I was playing Kesha, like 10. She knew what she raised, you know? But yeah, so it's like one of those things to where, you know, I mean, I think Phoenix is getting big, like with everything, you know. I mean, we're one of the fastest growing cities too. I'm from here. I hate it out here. I love the people out here. I have like all my people out here. I love you guys. But the city is ghetto. I hate it out here. I can't wait to get out of here. Okay. So honestly, I'm probably leaving this year at some point for sure.
Really? So hearing it first here. That's crazy.
I'm probably
leaving.
You
want to keep the city on wraps though. You're not trying to say where you're going.
I'm like, well,
want to announce it on the pod?
I'm looking at Dallas, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. We'll see.
Cool.
I have like a lot of friends out there and some other stuff, but you know, like we'll see.
Okay. Love interest?
Okay. Maybe.
Maybe.
Now, what's like, I guess, something you want to see from now to next year as an artist, as a producer, as just an entrepreneur, as what?
Like
what
for myself?
Yeah, for Posh.
Oh, I want to be like a full-time like entrepreneur, like independent. I want to be able to like work from anywhere. I think that's like my biggest goal. I love freedom. I've been telling myself this for years, but I think I was like scared to like really take the leap with it. I think literally like probably like in the last month I threw like 10 grand into like different business ventures. Yeah. You know, like different investments, different mentorships, different, you know, supplies for my clothing line, marketing, you know, ads are going to be a whole other fucking thing. You know, I'm meeting with my girl tomorrow to talk about that. But, you know, I want to be fully independent. I want to be able to like work from my laptop. I want to be able to just fly wherever. It's hard because I do have property out here and I do have animals. Shout out my mom. She, you know, grandma loves my cats. You know, she doesn't have grandkids yet, but you know, she loves my cats. And
those are the babies.
She spoils those things. Yeah. I run a dictatorship, but you know, like when grandma comes to watch them, she puts on cat TV for them. She gets funny. Like she has little water fountains for them. Oh my God, bro. Like I come home and they're not even excited to see me. They like look at me and they're like
enjoying their time.
They're like, God damn it. No.
It's going back to normal.
Literally, I bought them like automatic litter boxes recently and I'm like, that was the best investment I think I've ever made besides like my condo. But literally, I swear to God, oh my God, they love them. I love them. But off topic though. But no, I do want to be like a full-time like entrepreneur by like next year probably. Like I don't do well when I have to like get up and like follow a set routine. Like I like just like waking up, going day by day, you know what I'm saying? Like
on your time.
On my time. Yeah. I love being on my time. I love it. I literally like, but that's again like why I don't have kids right now. Like that's also why it's like, you know, if I do ever get in a relationship, like they're going to have their own shit going. I'm going to have my shit going. Like, we respect each other's space, but we also, like, you know, find time, too. You know what I'm saying?
You want kids down the road?
I do. I can't wait to be a mom.
How many?
Like 2 max.
2 max.
Like, I wish that science would develop to where it's, like a big Jurassic, like, dinosaur egg. I could just, like, set it in an incubator for 9 months and then just have a baby.
That's actually real.
Because it's, like,
that they're making that where...
That's
cool. You can take the egg from the mother and the sperm from the dad, and they put it in.
That would be ideal, just so I didn't fuck my body up. Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to go
to take the basically, you know, the.
Like, I'll do it. I definitely got baby fever for sure. Like, I'd be seeing like people's kids. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you know, and I'm like 25, so I'm like, shit. Like, it's something to start thinking about. You know, I'm not like old, but it's like something to start thinking about. You know, so I'm like, all right, we'll see. When the right one comes, again, he has to be him because God ain't let me get pregnant with no bum ever.
I get that.
I rebuke that. You know?
Scrubs, huh?
Literally, God works hard. My IUD works harder because I'm not getting pregnant with just anyone. Hell no. Hell no. No, like when I do have a baby, like it's going to be like a good ass partner, you know? Like, and it's like, because God forbid something happens, like you still have to think of like co-parenting, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, even if it didn't work out between y'all, like y'all have to be mature enough to like, okay, like what's the best for our kids, you know? Yeah. And it's like, I was talking to my homegirl today too, and she's like, I'm still great friends with like, you know, the father of her children and stuff, you know? And it's like, that's like the most, I mean, obviously we all would like love for everything to work out, but sometimes it doesn't. And it's like, I am a realist in that regard too. And it's like,
it happens.
Listen, like I do want kids and it's like, I just want them to be set up for success and I want them to be fully loved, you know, from every direction in their life, Absolutely. You know? So, yeah.
Is there anybody you want to shout out? We're getting towards the end of the episode. We can talk forever, and I know we haven't been having a great time, honestly.
No, literally, this has been amazing. Seriously, that's why I was so excited because I'm like, it's just gonna be like we chop it up already.
Exactly,
like, you know what I'm saying?
It up.
So, like shit, everyone, bro, my family. Like this is gonna sound so corny, like it's an acceptance speech.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I mean, just like my friends, like seriously, just like my entire community. who has like supported me, anyone who's ever like streamed one of my mixes or like bought a ticket with using one of my codes, or like anyone who I've just shown something to and they're like, yo, I fuck with that, or just like anyone who's ever just been kind to me too, like supporting like my art
that like your stories.
Seriously, like yeah, just like no, because it really does like add up, you know. And it's like just I'm very big on like the small gestures really do add up to the big ones. And you know, obviously, yeah, just like I have like a great community around me. That's great. Between my friends, my family, like supporters, it takes a village, right? Other artists. Hey, amen, really. And it's like one of those things where I'm like, yeah, like anyone who's ever fucked with me, I fuck with you. Yeah. If you don't fuck with me, well, you're still gonna see it. So I don't know what to say, you know. Yeah.
Any music or shows you want to promote?
Upcoming.
I'm playing Breakaway again. I love Breakaway. When is that? That is going to be the weekend of the 23rd and 24th, I believe, or the 24th and 25th of April. It's going to be at the Cubs Stadium in Mesa. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it'll be my second year playing. So last year was their first year in Arizona, and I played their first year, which is really exciting. That festival is just so special to me. Like literally everyone who puts it on, the most amazing team. Like seriously, that's like cool. Everyone is so great, so amazing. I'm so excited to be working with them again. You know, I know I'm going to have a totally different sound this year than I did last year. I'm in a totally different place mentally, spiritually, everything. And I'm really excited, you know, like I have a great team behind me too, who's coming to support me there. So I'm really excited. So yeah, Breakaway. And then, you know, we'll see about a few other things. I have a few other things I'm waiting to hear back on. So yeah.
Are we able to put a timeline on clothing?
Ooh, okay. So funny. I was texting Jamie today. He just finished like my first round of shirts. So I have like, so my clothing line's called Fucked and Famous. Okay, sick. Just a little bit about it. I've been sitting on these designs for like 4 years. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the brand Minimal, like MNML. So I worked with one of their head designers on my designs like 4 years ago. My girl, Roxana, she's based out of LA. She put me on with him, connected me with him, because like I've been working with her since I was 19 when I first started my first business. Wow. So she's done all my licensing for me, like that's my really website designs, everything. So we've been connected throughout the years. She connected me with him, and I'm like, yo, I have like this vision, because it all started like my one homeboy is like, bitch, you're funny as fuck, like you need to put some shit on a shirt. Obviously that's not like the vibe with this, it's more like streetwear. It goes pretty hard, honestly, but this like actually one of them I'm like wearing them.
Oh, that's like hard.
Yeah, I'll show you the rest. I'll show you this. But yeah, I'm dropping like 7 shirts to start. I would say by May 1st or before. Ooh, okay, for sure. But yeah, probably like way sooner, honestly. After this Mercury retrograde, because I'm superstitious like that.
Yeah. Is it geared towards like a certain crowd, or just like
it's the unisex? I honestly, I just kind of base it. I'm like, I lived such a fast lifestyle for like a long time. I'm so glad. I'm like, people were like, oh my god, you're so crazy. I'm like, oh, I'm retired, believe me. So I think I just kind of like, I don't know. I just like designed it based on like just like my. I don't know, my whole life. Yeah, like it's hard. It's fun. It's like, it's out there, like literally like Fucked and Famous. Like I came up with that name even before I started DJing. Again, I think I weirdly like manifested some shit, you know, you never know. I think it's funny. I'm going to tie in like Posh X FNF, you know, like I have some ideas for that too. But no, my shit goes hard. And I think I've been so scared to drop it, because I was like, I have to get this shit trademarked. I have to have everything by the book. But I'm like, honestly, I would love to see like a bitch try to like steal my shit, because I'm like, I have everything, like, and they probably will. But it's receipts, like, they probably will. But it's like, you know, I'm like, okay, I can. Yeah. I've had this LLC for 4 years, Bev. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's better to do it the right way the first time. That way you don't have to fucking go back.
Literally. So it's like one of those things to where it's like, you know, I sat on them for a while. I couldn't find like a good like supplier. But again, just like being like a DJ, you know, it's connected me with like other people in nightlife. And shout out Jamie, dude, he is amazing with his streetwear and everything. My boy Dre, he owns Apologize Later, so that's kind of how I found him. He's his supplier, and like the quality is unmatched. Like honestly, like he he's like, I always joke with him. I'm like, I'm a customer for life. He does credit repair. He does everything. So hit my boy Jamie up, because seriously, like that's my dog,
magic
dude.
Man, huh?
Yeah, I swear to God, we just celebrated his birthday too. So happy birthday, Jamie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, James.
Well, we appreciate you and your time, Posh. It was honestly such a great pod. I think this one was a great start one to kind of get a background of you and see everything you've done. I think next time you come to Cali, we're gonna have a studio. We're gonna have everything set, and then from there we can kind of see the growth from then and now. And I'm excited for that, and just to talk about everything that you've been doing since then. So I'm super excited.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Anything you want to say before we leave?
I love you guys. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, we love you too.
Great to meet you.
Yes,
and get to know all about you.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna party it up tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna party it up.
Now we get to go hang out, party.
Yeah, let's do it.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody that stuck around. We appreciate you guys. This has been another episode of OTR Radio. Peace.